The following lesson is linked to Learning Outcome 4, Language, and addresses the assessment standard that requires learners to develop critical language awareness. Learners should be able to identify and challenge obvious bias and stereotyping and emotive, persuasive, and manipulative language.
Hi, I'm Megan. Today's lesson is the last in our series on advertising. So far, we've learned that adverts work by attracting attention, keeping interest, and creating desire for products or services. But I'm sure you'll agree that none of this is of much use if people don't actually go out and buy the products. So that's going to be the focus of today's lesson, when we'll be discussing adverts that inspire action. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify techniques that are used in advertising to get a reader or viewer to take action. So let's get straight into looking at how adverts inspire action. Action is inspired by contact details. People have very short memories. They may see a product being advertised and they may want it at that moment, but if they don't act on that desire then and there, often the opportunity for a sale can be lost. Also, people are very lazy. If they are not given the telephone number on the advert, how likely is it that they will look up the number in a directory? So what information can advertisers give that would make it as easy as possible for readers or listeners to get hold of a product? Here are some examples. A telephone number, preferably toll-free, a web address, an email address, a location where the product can be purchased. If most of this information were given, it would be very easy for a reader or listener to phone and order a product, or even to phone and find out more information about the product. I'm sure you must have heard lines like these in adverts.
So, phone now. Our operators are standing by to take your call.
Available now at your nearest pharmacy.
We've already talked about how an advertiser needs to get people to act quickly and buy the products that are being advertised. The longer people have to think about something, the less likely they are to make an impulse buy. That's where the next technique comes in. Limited special offers. I'm sure you've heard lines like these before. If you phone in the next hour, you will get 2 for the price of 1. Our first 10 callers will win a mystery prize. Buy now while stocks last. Why are lines like these included? Advertisers know that once their advert is over, you'll get busy with other things and you'll forget all about the product that was being advertised. So by advertising limited special offers, they encourage people to act on the advert quickly, and thereby they sell more products. Here's another technique that's used: gimmicks and marketing strategies. Gimmicks and marketing strategies include things like discounts, free gifts, and buy one get one free special offers. These are designed to appeal to a consumer's bargain hunting instinct. We've all heard lines like this. But that's not all. This offer also includes a free cap. Gimmicks and marketing strategies are designed to convince consumers that even although they're spending money, they're actually saving money. It's fine if you buy something and get a gimmick along with it, if it was something you wanted in the first place. But if you buy something you don't really need just because of a gimmick or a special offer, it seems a little silly. Another common marketing strategy is to convince you that the item is cheap, or at least cheaper than it usually is. Now less 25%, or clearance sale, items below cost. Some shops even advertise clearance sales every year and then never actually move. Other adverts convince people to spend above their means by trying to convince consumers that expensive products are actually affordable. Let's look at some examples. Low interest rates. This encourages people to buy on credit. Or sometimes you are told, only R2 a day. Here the amount may seem small, but it adds up. In addition to these marketing strategies and gimmicks, here's another technique that advertisers use. To inspire action, they give commands. As I've said before, one way of getting viewers to take action is to get them to take action quickly. A way of doing this is to phrase the advert as if it is a command. Look at these examples. Phone now. Try one today. Did you notice the action verbs in those sentences? Phone and try. Action verbs and commands are far more effective in getting a reader or viewer to do something than more general statements like this. Perhaps you might like to try our product. This is far too subtle. It's highly unlikely that an advert like this would encourage a reader or viewer to go out and buy this product. But there are some more effective techniques that we've learnt in this lesson. Let's recap what these are. Firstly, action is inspired by providing contact details, offering limited special offers through gimmicks and marketing strategies, and using commands. Now, as the final part of this lesson, I want to show you that the techniques that we've learnt about today can be divided into two groups: hard sell and soft sell. Let's consider each of these in turn. We'll begin with hard sell. In hard sell advertising, the advertisers make it quite obvious that they're trying to get you to buy their product. They'll include wording like this: limited quantities, don't miss this opportunity, 12 months to pay. Can you think of other examples of adverts that use this type of wording? The adverts that we've looked at so far in this lesson are all examples of hard sell, as are adverts for insurance policies, furniture stores, and cell phones. But what about soft sell? Soft sell advertisements are more subtle than hard sell advertisements. In other words, soft sell advertisements suggest that something would be nice to have without instructing you to rush out and buy it. Think about what target audiences soft sell advertising would appeal to. Also, what types of products are likely to be sold using soft sell techniques. Think of pamphlets or adverts you have seen for holidays. Often a picture of an exotic destination and a line like "need a break" are enough to plant the idea in your mind that that holiday would be a good one to go on. Adverts that are designed to sell drinks often use this soft sell approach. For example, they'll show people at a party or sports event having a good time, and only later will the product's name be mentioned. By doing this, they plant the seed in your mind that these drinks are associated with good times. But now that we've learned all about these marketing techniques, it's time for you to try some of your own. It's time for today's task. Think of a product that does not exist, but that you think would be useful to own. For example, your gadget could be a machine that produces homework, or perhaps a pen that only writes correct answers. Once you have thought of a product, design an advert to market this product. Your advert should include at least some of the techniques that we've learnt about today. I hope that you've enjoyed this series on advertising, and even more than that, I hope you're going to remember what we've discussed so that you become a more informed and critical consumer. Don't let clever advertising techniques convince you to buy products that you didn't even want or need until you saw them being advertised. That's all from me. Goodbye.